The goal of Accelerator is really to support the commercialization of technologies off of our campus. And we are primarily funding demonstrations or prototypes or really commercially relevant demonstrations that allow us to more effectively market those technologies to industry, entrepreneurs, or investors. WARF Accelerator really does support that traditional licensing business that really has been the bread and butter for WARF over the last 95 years. But it definitely, in many cases, supports the startup path that many of these technologies are on. Accelerator supports startups in a number of ways. We provide some of that initial capital to support those demonstrations or that commercial milestone that really helps to generate that interest with investors and entrepreneurs. But we also provide a lot of support from our network of experts that we call catalysts that help us not only identify the milestone that we should be funding, but also continue to provide advice and guidance to our project teams as they move along that commercialization pathway. We have spent a lot of time building and bringing in outside expertise, whether that be from corporate partners, investors, and entrepreneurs. And we're starting to see this early targeting engagement really starting to pay off in our portfolio of opportunities. So when you look at our pipeline today, we have just about 20 projects that are contemplating or at some stage of startups. And it's a very strong pipeline because of that earlier engagement that we're getting with industry and with investors. And so I think the future is extremely bright in terms of the quality of the technologies that are being commercialized, but also the quality of the teams that are being spun out as startup companies. We've added a venture group that's making equity investments in technology or in companies that are commercializing technologies off of campus. So that's a newer capability. And when you combine that with the early stage accelerator investments, we're able to now effectively bridge a technology to venture capital through our venture fund. I've always been attracted to early stage technologies that could really make an impact. And when you look at UW-Madison and the whole Wisconsin idea, that resonates with me, not only to commercialize technology for the benefit of our local community, but certainly the state and beyond. And there's so much phenomenal, impactful research happening at the university to be able to help in even a small way to make that bridge from basic science research breakthrough to a commercialized product that could impact millions of lives is really exciting and is what drives me today. We really want to show businesses, whether it's a company or an investor or entrepreneur, how this technology can be translated into a winning business opportunity. So we're really trying to translate that basic science or that research outcome into the language of business, profit and loss. How do we make money with this technology? How do I advance my business? Why should I care as a business? There are several ways to engage with Accelerator. Certainly, working through your intellectual property manager or your licensing manager is one way. The other way is to contact the WARF Accelerator directly on our website. And then you can certainly connect with the folks at Discovery to Product or D2P on campus who also engage with Accelerator in many different ways. We're seeing lots of opportunities with investors, particularly early stage investors. So there's really two ways we engage investors. One is as early market feedback. We really like investors because they've invested in lots of companies and technologies and in those spaces where we're making early stage investments. And we frequently want to connect with them to get validation on the projects that we're funding. The second area, especially with early stage venture funds, more and more we're seeing those funds actually get involved in starting companies around university technologies. So over the last 2 years, we've been engaged with venture build funds or venture build firms that will work with us to actually build companies around technologies out of our portfolio. The resources we have with WARF and UW-Madison and compare it to universities across the country, there really is no comparison. Not only the financial resources, but our tremendous networks that we've built over many, many decades, our connections to investors, our connections to industry, our connections to entrepreneurs really bring a lot to this campus and to the overall activity of commercializing research from this campus.